What's up, y'all? I'm back. And now, if you don't know, I used to have a series in GTA, and it was called Jon Jon Click. It was an action series, and it had 6 different parts. And so I decided, let's just showcase some of the best feats from Jon Jon Click. And this is that video. Alright, but first, I just want to cover this real quick. Next Jon Jon Click video will be an extended lore video to fully explain things that we couldn't explain within the actual story. Because I feel like there's certain parts of it that don't make sense and it kind of just cuts randomly. And I know a lot of people are confused. And there are actual errors that were made in the story. But we just stuck through with it. You guys to see it through. Anyways, let's continue with the video. Alright, so the first feat is a durability and endurance feat from Jon Jon Click, fighting from midnight all the way until early in the morning against Spectre. This is their first encounter, and eventually Spectre shoots him and he falls off around maybe 5 stories but survives. The next feat is really a legendary scene that showcases the abilities of Spectre in an early stage. He was very, very durable against basic explosives like grenades, so this scene has him just casually walking through multiple grenades being shot at him like it's nothing. And it's honestly a pretty epic scene when you actually see it. And it's honestly one of my favorite parts of Jon Jon Click 2. Next up, we have the final part of Jon Jon Click 2, and it is when Spectre gets killed. And so basically, and this is a huge durability feat because it leads to later down the line in the series, but Spectre gets hit with a basically shock grenade that just disables him, and then the grenade in his hand explodes and he falls off the mountain, causing him to be presumably dead for the next couple of series until 5. Alright, so this is more of a tactical feat than a raw power feat. As we see in this feat, Jason Moores and Johnny Cartridge are legitimately fighting the military in a 2v however many military soldiers of Los Santos there is. Pretty insane. Now this feat is probably one of Jon Jon's, or Johnny Cartridge as we know him, biggest durability feats. Besides falling off the building after a shockwave, he gets hit in the dome with a flying vehicle. Pretty interesting. This is probably one of, if not the biggest feat in Jon Jon Click, showcased right here in terms of power. As we see, a missile is fired out the back of a submarine, and that missile is heading towards a specific location, the rebel base where Jon Jon Click is currently located. As we see, Jon Jon Click is sitting there, on cooldown from all of the events that have happened in 4. This happened maybe a couple days later, which more will be explained in extended lore, and it explodes, wiping out the entire area, an entire city block just gone. A very huge feat indeed. And I personally like to think that this feat made a very, very cool outro, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so this is one of the first real simple durability feats in Jon Jon Click 5. As we see, Spectre returns, fires a missile launcher at Jon Jon Click using the flying vehicle that hit him in the dome from 4, and he falls out, the vehicle explodes, but he survives. It will be explained in the extended lore why he survived. Now this is honestly one of my favorite personal feats, is when Jon Jon Click grabs a monster truck from the crash train, drives it down the track, explodes it into Spectre, presumably ending him once and for all. A very, very cool scene indeed. Now this is probably the biggest durability feat in the entire Jon Jon Click series. Now I went a little bit ambitious with this, but Jon Jon Click does have, as you see, a powered suit, and he is taking multiple hits, falling out of the air, being hit by multiple tanks and just different explosions. Alright, so this is more of a fun feat that I like, is that, as you see, a door was hit off. Jon Jon Click needed a way to escape from his broken down power suit, so he slides the door down a mountain. Very, very crazy and wild, and one of my funniest scenes. Now, obviously, a feat list wouldn't be complete without the final kill of the story. Everything that built up, everything that, I did say spoiler warning, everything that Jason Moores threw at him, just so that he can finally kill him. Because Jason Moores is a legitimate unit, and it will be explained, like I said, in the extended lore. And as you see, he kills Jason Moores and disables all the nukes. He does it. He saves the world. That's just Jon Jon Click. And that's really all the feats that I wanted to show. Of course, there are more. You just gotta watch the show and listen to the extended lore. I don't know how many times I done said that. But otherwise than that, that's all I gotta say. I am planning this extended lore video, and there will be more skits to come. I'm already out here planning up another skit series, and it's gonna be more car oriented, but it will be action based, similar to Fast and Furious. But otherwise than that, Icy Boy Gaming out. Boom.